the Chamber finds Ratko Mladic guilty as a member of various joint criminal enterprises of the following counts. Count 2, genocide.
The verdict Ratko Mladic's victims have waited decades for. But the 73-year-old former Bosnian Serb general wasn't in the court to hear it. He'd been ejected moments earlier for this outburst.
Mr. Mladic, if you continue like this, we adjourn.
His defence team had urged the judge to halt proceedings, citing concerns over Mladic's blood pressure. But the court rejected the plea, finding Mladic guilty on 1 of 2 counts of genocide and 9 of war crimes and crimes against humanity during the chaotic breakup of the former Yugoslavia. The court ruled that Mladic carried out a relentless campaign of ethnic cleansing aimed at ridding non-Serbs from Bosnian territory.
There's nothing heroic about executing prisoners. There's nothing heroic about forcing thousands of people to flee from their homes. So individuals prosecuted and convicted by these tribunals are everything but heroes, because they have been prosecuted and convicted for not respecting the Geneva Conventions.
Among those crimes are some of the worst atrocities carried out in Europe since the Second World War. They include the 4-year siege of Sarajevo, in which an estimated 10,000 people were killed in shelling and sniper fire, and the massacre of thousands of Muslim men and boys in the town of Srebrenica, from where my colleague David Chater now reports.
The mothers of Srebrenica, caught once again in the horror of their own memories, watching the court proceedings in The Hague in a small museum in the middle of the cemetery where their loved ones are buried. They wanted justice as their revenge. When it came, a surge of elation followed by a wave of emotion. They'd waited 22 haunted years for this moment. They too have all had life sentences, families and villages torn apart, a heavy burden of grief that they will take to their own graves. Among them was Najima, caught in this iconic photograph of the genocide, pleading with a UN soldier to help her get back her husband, her son and her brother. But this was no safe zone. They were gone forever.
I
am delighted that the court has brought such a judgment. I am a happy mother. I've waited for this judgment for 22 years. As a mother, as a sister, as a wife, I personally fought for this so much from day one until today.
More than 8,000 Muslim men and boys died in the killing fields around Srebrenica. But still 1,000 victims have not been found. Every week in the forests and the hills surrounding this cemetery, they're finding yet more bones.
So the problem is what future brings. What do we leave to our children? What happens after this?
The deep divisions between the ethnic communities here look set to continue. The Serb member of the tripartite presidency of Bosnia-Herzegovina said the court did not deliver justice, but politics. Distrust instead of trust. Mladen Ivanic said instead of reconciliation, there will be new political conflicts.